guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And Liverpool are looking to sign Jonathan Tah, the Bayer Leverkusen and Germany international absolute powerhouse centre-back, on a free transfer because he has less than 1 year left on his contract, and some people are even saying that he could be the long-term Virgil van Dijk replacement because Van Dijk is 33 years old. Hopefully he will sign a new 2-year contract, but Jonathan Tah is 5 years younger. He's only 28 years old, and the Sport Bild, a very reputable German news outlet, is reporting that Liverpool are showing keen interest in securing the services of Jonathan Tah. So in this video we will take a detailed look at his scout report and what he could bring to Liverpool, and also Arne Slot's new methods on how to galvanize the Liverpool squad. Let me know what is your score prediction for the Liverpool-Nottingham Forest game this afternoon. My prediction is a 2-0 Liverpool win, but it will be a tough game. But we beat Nottingham Forest 3-0 last season, so we need to keep winning and keep beating these teams, especially at home against the relegation candidate Nottingham Forest. I think it's a must-win game for Liverpool if we want to stay in the title race. So the potential departure of Virgil van Dijk looms large at Liverpool, and Liverpool are eyeing Jonathan Tah as a strong candidate to bolster their defense. Jonathan Tah has openly expressed his desire to play in the Premier League before. He said, "I will not renew my contract," which basically makes him a very attractive proposition because he is easily a 50-60 million pound centre-back, worth of that amount if he had a long contract at Leverkusen. And at 28 years old he is ready for a new challenge. He was an ever-present in the side that went unbeaten in winning the first league title in Bayer Leverkusen's history. I mean, imagine their fans. They waited all their life to see Bayer Leverkusen win a major trophy, and they go unbeaten in winning the Bundesliga title, and they go unbeaten in winning the German Cup. Their only defeat was in the Europa League final against Atalanta, so that was an amazing season for Bayer Leverkusen. So Liverpool must prepare for all eventualities, even the departure of Van Dijk. But I think if Liverpool offer a good enough contract to Van Dijk, he will sign because he said he wants to stay at Liverpool at least for the next 2 years. And Jonathan Tah contributed to 13 clean sheets with Bayer Leverkusen. That was an impressive defensive performance. And here you can see his scouting chart compared to other centre-backs in the major top 5 leagues in the last 1 year. So in terms of pass completion rate, he's in the top 1%, which makes him a standout candidate to play in this Liverpool, building out from the back, new Arne Slot system. He won a lot of aerial duels. That places him in the top 10% of defenders. He doesn't make a lot of clearances or blocks or tackles plus interceptions, but because Bayer Leverkusen is such a on the front foot team, he wins a lot of aerial duels and he has a lot of touches, progressive passes attempted. He's in the top like 20 or 15% in these metrics as well, and he's a goal threat in terms of non-penalty goals and non-penalty expected goals. He's in the top 33% among centre-backs, and he also creates a few shot-creating actions as well. He's in the top 40% of that as well. So as you can see by the latest graphic provided by FBref, Jonathan Tah's comprehensive performance data underscores his formidable presence as a centre-back. Over the past year, he played 3,507 minutes, and Tah's percentile rankings against other centre-backs reveal a player whose defensive contributions are pivotal. And in possession, his metrics are very, very impressive. For passes attempted, pass completion rate place him among the elite centre-backs, indicating not just frequent involvement in play, but remarkable accuracy. To be in the top 1% for passes attempted is really remarkable. And these attributes make him a huge asset in a team which is looking to maintain control and build from the back, an area Liverpool could capitalize on if Jonathan Tah was about to join Liverpool. His skill in progressive passes and carries, standing in the top 12 or 13%, further highlights his capability to transition defense into attack effectively, aligning well with Liverpool's dynamic playing style. And defensively, Jonathan Tah excels in blocks and clearances, showcasing his ability to disrupt opposition plays effectively. But there is room for improvement in his tackling and I think in his clearances as well. He excels in aerial duels. This article says there is room for improvement in his aerial duels, but he's in the top 10% for percentage of aerial duels won. In terms of goal contribution, Tah's stats in non-penalty goals and expected assists suggest that he can occasionally step up in offensive scenarios. He scored 4 goals and got 1 assist in the Bundesliga last season, which is pretty impressive for a centre-back. So this data snapshot shows a clear picture of why Liverpool and other top Premier League clubs like Manchester United and Chelsea view him as a desirable asset for bolstering their defensive lineup, especially as a free transfer. Liverpool would be saving 40 to 50 million pounds by signing him on a free transfer, and the potential signing of Jonathan Tah brings a mix of anticipation and realism. It's exciting to think about injecting fresh talent into the squad. Van Dijk has been a cornerstone of Liverpool's defense and his leadership is irreplaceable, but football is as much about the future as it is about the present. So bringing in Tah could very well be a strategic move to bolster Liverpool's defense in the long term, especially with other Premier League big clubs are in the mix for Jonathan Tah's signature. The idea of Tah at Liverpool is not just about filling Van Dijk's shoes, but also about evolving the team's dynamics and readiness for future challenges. If Tah does land at Liverpool, it will be intriguing to see how he adapts to the Premier League's pace and physicality. And in an ideal scenario, Liverpool sign Jonathan Tah as a free transfer and extend the contract of Van Dijk, and then maybe Joe Gomez could leave on a 30-35 million pound transfer looking for regular football. He was linked with Newcastle. Liverpool almost involved him in a deal with Newcastle, so I'm sure that Joe Gomez would be angling for a move away from Liverpool, because at the moment Joe Gomez looks like 4th choice centre-back for Liverpool behind Van Dijk, Konate and Jarrell Kwanzaa, who is a huge talent. So Jonathan Tah could come in and then we could have 4 very, very talented centre-backs, and I really want Liverpool to sign Virgil van Dijk on a contract extension, because he's Liverpool's captain and he's a big leader. But there is a danger that the owners will see Jonathan Tah as a Virgil van Dijk replacement, and on a free transfer, basically you are letting Van Dijk go on a free transfer. You sign Jonathan Tah in on a free transfer, so you just lowered your wage bill by 250,000 pounds per week, and you signed in a player 5 years younger than Van Dijk. So there is an argument to be made that Jonathan Tah could be Virgil van Dijk's replacement next summer. I don't want that to happen, but knowing that how the owners like to save money anywhere possible, that's a potential scenario that we have to think about. It's not the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is losing Van Dijk and not bringing in a world-class replacement. I'm not sure Jonathan Tah is world-class yet, but the fact that he helped Leverkusen win the title unbeaten, I think this season Leverkusen will play at Anfield in the Champions League league phase, so we will see up close how good Jonathan Tah is and how he can cope with one of the best attacks in the world of Liverpool. So here you can see the detailed scouting report of Jonathan Tah, so I think that's very impressive. And here the aerial duels won 2.2 suggests that he's only in the top 40%. His aerial duel success rate might be very high, but he doesn't win a lot of aerial duels. And in terms of his other defensive metrics, clearances, blocks, interceptions, tackles, that's very, very low. So I'm not sure what that means. Leverkusen play in a completely different system, in a 5 at the back formation or 3 at the back with 2 wing backs bombing up and down the pitch of Frimpong and Grimaldo. So Jonathan Tah has 2 other centre backs next to him. Liverpool play in a different system, so that's another thing that we should think about. And it looks like Arne Slot's emphasis to have centre backs who can pass the ball out from the back can only and will only increase. Liverpool's current set of centre backs all boasted impressive pass completion rates. Van Dijk had the highest with 91%, Kwanzaa with 88% was the second best, and Konate 87.9%, so very close to Kwanzaa. Tah, however, managed a pass completion rate of 94.4%, also completed 81% of his long passes compared to Virgil van Dijk's 73%. Konate only completes 58% of his long passes and Kwanzaa 53%. This shows that Tah is more than capable passer, and he would be able to fit right into Liverpool's backline. So Van Dijk won 81% of his aerial duels, Jonathan Tah won 74%. So that's worse than Van Dijk, but not by much, because Konate had 71% aerial duel success rate, win percentage, Kwanzaa only 67%. But if Jonathan Tah will be a Virgil van Dijk replacement, then Liverpool's aerial success rate will go down if we sign Tah and not extend the contract of Van Dijk. But Jonathan Tah will be 29 years old at the end of the season when he would hypothetically join Liverpool, and he would command pretty big wages, not as high wages maybe as Virgil van Dijk, but still pretty big wages. But on a free transfer, I think that wouldn't be the worst case scenario. Tah also suffered injuries early in his career, but he hasn't missed the game through injury since 2020, since the summer of 2021. So that's 2 full seasons without injuries, and Tah has put up impressive numbers in recent seasons, so he could be a viable option as a free transfer to Liverpool. But as I said, I don't want Liverpool to lose Virgil van Dijk, so if I had the choice in the matter, I would extend Van Dijk's contract and keep the 4 centre-backs as it is. If Gomez wants to go, then maybe signing a younger centre-back like Hincapie from Bayer Leverkusen, who would cost big money, but he would be a lot younger, like 5 years younger than Jonathan Tah. That would be my preferred choice. And there was a lot of fear in the summer transfer window, and there were rumors that Liverpool were thinking about selling Bajcetic, Ben Doak. In the end, we only signed one young player, Bobby Clark, who is like from the youth academy, you know, Fabio Carvalho and Sepp van den Berg. They were signed as young players, but we turned a massive profit on them. And contrary to certain theories, Arne Slot has not been disbanded the youngsters labeled Klopp's kids. Only Bobby Clark has moved permanently, and I think getting 10 million for a player who played only a few Premier League games is brilliant business. Conor Bradley and Jarrod Kwanzaa are part of the first team, so Arne Slot directly involved in developing them. Luis Kumas went on loan to Stoke City. He already scored, assisted, and he's playing regularly for the Wales national team, so that loan move is looking likely to be a success. Bajcetic went to Salzburg. Salzburg just qualified for the Champions League, so Bajcetic will be a success there. Ben Doak went to Middlesbrough. Unlucky for Jadon Dance and James McConnell, they were injured during the transfer window, so they couldn't be loaned out. But maybe there is a potential room for loaning them out for the January transfer window. And after impressing in pre-season, Trainioni, who is only 17 years old, has been fast-tracked into the first-team environment, and he has the potential to become a breakout star. He could be involved in the League Cup and in some Premier League and Champions League games when it's needed. If Liverpool have injuries, we have the fantastic Trainioni to call upon. And I think Liverpool selling Carvalho and Sepp van den Berg for a combined £52 million is a fantastic piece of business. 2 young members of the squad who played hardly any games for Liverpool in the last 2 years, and they have impressed in pre-season, so Liverpool sold them at the maximum value, I think. Absolutely fantastic piece of business, because Liverpool can reinvest that money in the future. Liverpool saved a lot of money in the transfer window, so I'm really looking forward to how Liverpool will navigate this next period. We have 7 games in the next 3 weeks, so every single week we are playing 2 games, and every 3 or 4 days on average we are playing 2 games. But the games are nicely like split apart. We have at least 2 or 3 days rest between each game, so hopefully Arne Slot used this international break to work with a lot of players. Like Darwin Núñez has been training with Liverpool for the last 2 weeks because he was banned to play for the Uruguay national team for 5 games. So at least in the next couple of international breaks, Darwin Núñez is working with Arne Slot, and I think we will see a different Darwin Núñez under Arne Slot. Hopefully a much improved Darwin Núñez. I would actually maybe start him against Nottingham Forest and maybe start Diogo Jota against AC Milan, but I think Darwin Núñez will be a fantastic asset for Liverpool this season. I'm really looking forward to watching the Liverpool Nottingham Forest game. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.